Hi everybody, welcome to the Waldock Way. I'm Jessica, and in this video today, I'm going to be showing you a look at Carschooling, how we do it, what we're using, and I would love to know if you carschool. So we live an hour from civilization, so anytime we leave the house, we are at least 2-hour round trip in the car. That's for groceries, the library, like even the smallest normal trip is 2-hour round trip for us. So last month I decided to be extremely intentional about the things that I was including in her car box and to try to get more carschooling done, because as she's gotten a little bit older, we are outside of the house a little bit more, which means that I need to be able to use that time wiser. So I am, as it stands right now, changing out our carschooling box once a month, almost like our morning basket, to keep it fresh and exciting for her because she likes to get new things. So by changing it out once a month, it makes it fresh and exciting and she wants to do it. So that is the plan as of right now, which I will obviously keep you guys updated if anything changes with that. If you carschool, please tell me how you do it or what you do. With her being 6, it makes it a little bit more difficult because she can't do quite as much independently. She needs me for a lot of things. So I am open to any suggestions you have. But for now, this is what we're doing. So the first thing in our carschooling organizer box is this doodling, kit. We have 3 Doodle Books, lines, swirls, and scribbles. And these are from Start Creative, like the size of a passport book, and are really thick covers. The lines one just has random line drawings so that you could use to create and start your own doodle. Same thing with swirls. And then scribbles is the same as well. And we also have her Crayola erasable pencils. She loves that they erase. So that is her doodle kit. The next thing in her box is a traveling or mobile, I guess you would say, STEM kit. So I use the STEM bin cards from Brooke Brown at Teach Outside the Box that go with kind of this time of year. So there's a tree and a tractor, scarecrow, pumpkin, dinner table, turkey hideout, goalpost, cornucopia, and a Mayflower ship. And then I have some of the Legos from the Target dollar spot. That way if they get lost in the car, they're not like the end of the world. They weren't expensive Legos. Next, I have my Chock Full of Design travel kit. So this is amazing if you haven't seen them. These are the mini chalkboards. They have some really awesome large ones too. This is the travel set. So it's the alphabet, numbers 1 through 9, shapes, and then primary lines. And it comes with a chalk marker. And then we just use baby wipes in the car to wipe them clean. And it's just more fun. It's just different. Chalkboard isn't something she writes on frequently. So it's different and it's fun. Then we also keep her Boogie Board in here. If you haven't seen one of these, they're pretty cool. You just use your pen and you can write anything you want, and it's kind of like an LED, colorful, and then when you push the button, it disappears. So that is in there. Then we get to the more educational schoolwork stuff. So we have the fun schooling books from Thinking Tree. Let's see, is that right? Yeah, the Thinking Tree. We have the Littlest math book and the All About Animals Littlest kindergarten workbook. She just likes that they're little and they're cute, and so that encourages her to do them. So those are in there for her. And I also have one more kind of art thing. This is just a blank sketchbook. It's not normally blank. We just had to put a new one in here because our other one was full. And then I find these directed drawings for her. And so you can see that there has steps for drawing a turkey and an Indian and a pilgrim, and there's a cornucopia, and these sketchbooks happen to have a clear page on the front. So I just slide these in, and that way she can kind of doodle or draw at her leisure. I also have the Moffatt Girls sight word fluency. I think they're called pyramid sentences. So yes, she can read her pre-primer. She knows all of them. But again, because I'm not sitting back there with her, I need to make sure that we're building up and I'm not giving her something that she might be learning wrong. So we are going to put the pre-primer in there for practice. So she will read me the list and then, you know, just do a couple of these and work on really mainly spelling them, because she can read all of them obviously, but it's just practice, which is never a bad thing. So those are in there, and then as she gets more fluent, I'll probably trade out for the primer in 1st and 2nd grade. And then I picked a few books that I had faith that she could read without me. So Corduroy's Thanksgiving, Squirrel's Thanksgiving Surprise, Happy Thanksgiving Biscuit, and then Katie Woo, Katie Saves Thanksgiving. So a few Thanksgiving books that she could read without me. And then kind of the last thing in here is probably the most school that we get done. There's always 2 sheets on the front of this, and they are from the Moffatt Girls 1st grade No Prep Packs. The one for the year, this would be November's. So they're kind of like Thanksgiving and turkey themed. And I keep 1 literacy and 1 math. So her packs include literacy and math. And then in here I have the whole months printed, and I just clip them. So this is all of the literacy pages, and this is all the math pages. So when she finishes those, I put them in the back and then put 1 of each on the front. So I just keep them traded out. So this way I know that she's at least getting some literacy and math in while we are driving. And that's it. That is what is in our Carschooling lineup for this month. And I'm going to try to show you this. Let me see if I can. Is the organizer that sits next to her seat. So it is really large. I looked for a long time to try to find one large enough to house everything I wanted, and we have now had this one for about a year. There's a zipper pocket in the back that actually has some snacks like peanuts and stuff for her in case she gets hangry, which is never good. And then there's pockets in all the sides and pockets on the front, which is where we keep her pencils and dry erase markers and color pens and hand sanitizer, because that's super important. So that is where we house all of our Carschooling stuff.